Let me tell you something that no one dares to say. The dream you carry within you is possible. It doesn't matter how many times you've been disappointed, how many times people told you that you weren't capable, or how many times you doubted yourself. What truly matters is whether you have the courage to believe. Because let me be clear, if you don't believe in your dream, no one else will. And if you don't fight for it, prepare to spend your life fulfilling someone else's dreams. Do you think great achievements are reserved for a lucky few? Forget that lie. Everything is possible for those who dare to dream big and have the discipline to work tirelessly. The problem is that many give up at the first obstacle. They let disappointments extinguish the flame of the dream that once motivated them. But do you know who succeeds? The one who, even after the hardest falls, gets up, wipes off the blood, and keeps moving forward. It's that kind of determination that turns dreams into reality. Yes, you will be tested. The path to achieving your dreams is not a smooth paved road. It's a battlefield full of failures, rejections, and doubts. But every disappointment you face is not the end. It's a test. A test to see if you're worthy of achieving what you desire. And here's the truth. Most fail this test because they expect life to be fair. But the man who truly wants to realize his dreams doesn't let that shake him. He understands that pain and difficulties are part of the process. He uses them as fuel, as proof that he's on the right path. You will hear no. You will face closed doors. You'll encounter obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. But do you know what separates those who achieve from those who fall by the wayside? The unshakable belief that, with enough effort, the dream can be achieved. Failure only defines you if you let it. It's only permanent if you decide to stop. But as long as you keep getting back up, every fall is just another step closer to victory. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. That's the rule. If you don't trust your own abilities, why would anyone else? You may have the biggest dream in the world, but it will be useless if you don't have the courage to believe you can make it real. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you'll never doubt or feel fear. It means that, even in those moments, you choose to keep moving forward because you know you're the only one who can turn your vision into reality. Look around. How many people have given up on their dreams because they let fear and doubt take over their minds? They settled for less, accepted mediocrity, and buried the potential they had. Do you want to be one of them? Or do you want to be the man who, against all odds, proved it was possible? The choice is yours, but let me warn you, dreams without action are just fantasies. Believing is the beginning, but acting is what makes everything happen. Achieving your dreams isn't cheap, it's not quick, and it's certainly not easy. It will demand every ounce of your energy, every bit of your mental strength. It will require you to sacrifice while others are enjoying themselves, to work while they rest, to persist while they give up. But here's the secret. Every drop of sweat, every moment of extreme exhaustion, every sleepless night, it's all worth it. Because the price of effort is insignificant compared to the glory of achieving what once seemed impossible. While others complain about difficulties, you'll face them head-on. While they look for shortcuts, you'll be building a solid path. Because you understand that there's no reward without sacrifice. And the moment you achieve your dream, all the hard work will have been worth it. Not because it was easy, but because you had the courage to face the pain and the determination to continue, even when it seemed impossible. Now it's up to you. Will you keep dreaming without acting? Will you let past disappointments stop you from trying again? Or will you stand up, believe, and fight like never before? Because the dream you carry is possible, but only if you're willing to pay the price. Believe in your ability, work with an intensity few can sustain, and show the world that nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop someone determined to fulfill their purpose. The time is now. The dream is yours. Make it a reality. Do you want to know why so many men fail before even starting? Because they surround themselves with the wrong people. People who drain their energy, plant doubts, and mock their dreams. People so tied to mediocrity that they can't stand the thought of you growing. If you want to be great, you need to cut these anchors from your life. You need to align yourself with those who share the same hunger for success, who have the same determination to win. Because let me tell you, The environment you live in shapes who you are. And if you're surrounded by losers, you'll become one. Do you know what happens when you associate with the weak? They pull you down. They make you question your decisions, convince you that your dreams are too big, and push you back into the comfort zone where they live. These people don't want to see you win, because your victory exposes their cowardice. They'd rather you stay like them, without ambition, without purpose, without a future. And if you don't cut these people out of your life now, you'll be condemning your own success. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with negative, complacent people who constantly complain and make excuses, that energy will inevitably infect you. You might start strong, motivated, but over time, their constant influence will drain your strength. They'll slowly convince you that your goals are impossible, that it's better to give up, that you're wasting your time. But the opposite is also true. If you align yourself with people who have vision, who work hard, who never give up, their energy will propel you forward. They won't just motivate you, they'll challenge you to be better, to go further, to never settle for less. You need to be surrounded by people who don't accept excuses, who don't tolerate weakness. People who, when you're about to give up, look you in the eye and say, "Get up and keep going. You're not weak. You're not here to quit." These are the people who push you forward, who help you grow. And if you don't have this kind of circle yet, it's time to build one. It's not enough to cut out the weak, you need to seek out the strong. Who are the people who are where you want to be? Who are the men who fought the battles you're currently facing? These are the people you should observe, learn from, and, if possible, bring closer. Don't be afraid to align yourself with the best, because they're the ones who will make you grow. And here's the brutal truth. If you're the most focused and determined person in your circle, then you're in the wrong circle. You should strive to be alongside people who intimidate you, who force you to raise your standards, who don't let you get comfortable. But remember, being surrounded by the right people isn't just about receiving support. It's about contributing, about showing that you also have value. Don't expect great men to want to walk alongside you if you're not willing to put in the effort, to work hard, to show that you deserve to be in that circle. If you want to align yourself with the best, you need to be someone they respect. You might need to face a period of loneliness while cutting out the wrong people and searching for the right ones. That's normal. Great changes require sacrifice, and this is one of the biggest. You might feel isolated at first, but that's only temporary. Loneliness is the price you pay to free yourself from negative influences. And when you finally find your circle, you'll realize it was worth it. Because being alongside the right people doesn't just give you strength. It keeps you on track, even during the hardest moments. When you surround yourself with the right people, everything changes. You start thinking bigger, acting with more determination, and realizing that your limits were just illusions. This kind of circle pushes you forward, challenges you to be better, and most importantly, supports you when doubt tries to bring you down. Because the right people won't let you give up. They remind you of your potential, catch you when you stumble, and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. That's the power of a strong, focused circle. What's holding you back? What's stopping you from taking action? Fear? Laziness? Let me be brutally honest. While you're sitting there waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, the world doesn't stop. It moves forward. And while others are taking the first step, building their lives, achieving their goals, you're stuck, wasting your time on excuses. Every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. And do you know the biggest mistake you can make? Thinking you still have time. Because let me remind you, time is the only resource that's always working against you. Do you want to know the difference between those who achieve and those who fall behind? Action. The great ones don't wait for ideal circumstances. They act, even when they don't have all the answers, even when fear screams the loudest. Because they understand that the first step is the hardest, but also the most important. It's the step that breaks the cycle of inertia. It's the step that starts the momentum. And once you begin, nothing can stop you, unless you choose to stop yourself. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It convinces you that there's still time, that you can start tomorrow, that now doesn't matter. But the truth is, tomorrow is uncertain. All you have is now. And every time you delay taking the first step, you're sabotaging your own life. You're postponing your chance to change, to grow, to achieve. You're wasting the potential that could be building this very moment. So tell me, are you satisfied watching your life pass you by, or are you finally gonna stand up and do something? Stop waiting. There's no perfect moment. There's no path without obstacles. And honestly, if you're waiting for everything to be easy before taking action, you're in the wrong game. Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act. Even with fear, even with doubts, even when everything seems against them. They take the first step because they understand that without it, there's no progress. And while you hesitate, they're building the life you only dream of having. Taking the first step isn't just about you. It's about the impact your action can have on everything around you. Think of your family, the people who depend on you, the generations that will come after you. Every decision you make or don't make shapes not only your life, but the legacy you'll leave. Do you want to be remembered as someone who was too afraid to act, who lost opportunities because of procrastination? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who had the courage to start, to change everything, to inspire others to do the same? If you want to make an impact, you need to act now. The first step is what breaks the barrier between what is and what could be. It's what separates dreamers from doers. Do you want to be just another person who talks but never acts? Or do you want to be the one who, even facing difficulties, had the courage to start? Set. Because let me remind you, no one respects those who only talk. The world belongs to those who do. Yes, the first step is terrifying. It puts you face to face with the unknown, pulls you out of your comfort zone, and exposes your weaknesses. But that's exactly what makes it so powerful. Because it's in that moment that you discover what you're truly made of. It's in that moment that you prove to yourself that you're capable of more. And once you overcome that initial fear, every step that follows becomes easier, more natural. That's how you build momentum, how you turn a small act of courage into an avalanche of progress. So, what are you waiting for? Fear will never fully disappear. Doubt will always be there, trying to hold you back. But it's up to you to decide whether you'll let those feelings dominate you or face them head on. Because every time you hesitate, every time you step back, you're losing the chance to become the man you were born to be. The first step is the foundation of everything. It's what separates those who talk about change from those who create it. It's what turns dreams into reality, what breaks the chains of fear and doubt, and what sets the wheels of progress in motion. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's difficult, but it's necessary. Because without that first step, nothing else can happen. And once you take it, you'll realize that the strength you needed was within you all along. Stop delaying. Stop making excuses. Take the first step today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because every moment you wait is a moment lost forever. And if you don't act, someone else will. Someone who understands the power of action, someone who refuses to let fear hold them back, someone who will take the opportunity you're too scared to seize. Remember, the world belongs to those who act, not to those who wait. Be the man who takes the first step. Be the man who changes everything. Be the man who proves to himself and to the world that greatness begins with action. And once you start, never stop. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, until you reach the life you've always dreamed of. Because you can. You just need to start.